Hi, my name's Archie, I'm 42 years old, I'm a tree surgeon with a sawmill. I live up in Scotland, and since I've had a family, I live with my wife in a house we built ourselves, all out of materials that I've gathered. For instance, this wall is an old stone that came from a church, timber of mine, and I've become concerned about how we are living and the fragility of the world at the moment. And so this is the house we built, my wife and I. As you can see, it looks as if it's 200 years old, but in fact it's only about 7 years old. It's taken, since I first came up from London, up here to find all the materials. I've salvaged the stone. The old materials encase a super snug, well-insulated envelope, which is called SIP construction. And very useful and easy to heat. These are larch logs, and the reason why I'm showing you these is because I've been asked by someone locally to build a roundhouse. Larch logs are a resilient softwood. They'll last for a long time outdoors and with weather. And the idea is that you construct walls using these particular logs and insert mud and straw and dung and manure just to link it all together and mesh it all together and make it a good construction. And here we have a number of oak trees. They're approximately 150 to 200 years old. Oak is my favourite wood because it's so resilient and hardy. Also, I have a sawmill, so I can mill up wood and timber to whatever I required in an off-grid situation. That'd be useful when it comes to construction. Construction was a problem for me, but then I went on a course and learned how to do green oak building. So as you can see, we've got a plentiful supply of wood in an off-grid situation. And this is my pride and joy. This is my mobile sawmill, which you can tow anywhere. So if there's a big log lying in a field, you can tow it there, move the log close to the sawmill, and then it's got hydraulic arms that lift the timber onto the table, and from there you can mill up beams, you can mill up planks, you can mill up cladding, you can do whatever you like. Again, a very useful bit of kit in an off-grid situation. This is what we use for milling large trunks that the table can't handle. So it can only take a certain diameter of trunk of tree. So what we do is we cut it in two with this, and from there we'd mill it. So this is an example of what the sawmill can do. What it would do, this is milled to 2 inches, it's oak, very durable wood, useful for construction. I've been on a oak timber framing course, so I know a fair amount of the properties of different woods and what can be used and what can't be used. And here I am leaning on some hand cleft fencing. So it's oak, it's all oak, again salvaged from my job, but equally one can get it from any wood. And you cleave it using wedges and a big axe head or whatever. And over to my right is the Archie. It's nicknamed by my boys because my name is Archie, and it has that kind of Greek Parthenon effect. And inside that houses the pizza oven, which can also be used as a bread oven, and it's totally wood fired. So here we are. Again, I found this pizza oven from a cafe down the road that was closing down, and it's wood fired. Here inside this building, everything is recycled. So I got these beams from a site clearance that we were doing. All it is spruce, it's clad in oak, and I just like the log effect there. All these windows were taken from glaziers, and they were surplus to requirements, so that just explains where we get the glass from. There we are. Here we have a whole load of wood that we've chopped. And here we have one of a number of raised beds that we have around the house. And in this instance, I will show you some carrots that we have grown. As you can see, they're all peculiar shapes, but nevertheless food. And then over to my left, there's another raised bed, and I have the likes of some broccoli. as you can see, some really tasty broccoli. So we have a number of vegetables. They're all used, we use non-hybrid seeds because we can actually harvest the seeds and re-sow them. I don't know if you're aware of this, but hybrid plants are utterly useless when it comes to planting year on year. Most people don't know that. So in conclusion, thanks for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you a little insight into my life and how I might prepare for living off-grid. I think it's time for me to go and have a bath, and thankfully I've got lots of hot water due to my fire in the background heating the hot water for me. Goodbye. Down the closest